Good morning and hope you all have been well. In today's video, we're going to be finishing up our Pokemon Rejuvenation Where Love Lies Let's Play. Again, this is going to be the final episode for the Let's Play, I don't think we're that much farther into the story, so we should be wrapping up pretty quickly. You have returned safe and sound, Kenneth. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for your brother Deegan, correct? He didn't make it out of the Icefall Cave, and when we finally made up and became companions again, this is all like some sort of cruel fate. I don't understand it. Fate and destiny are tricky concepts. It is unclear whether or not they are pre-written. Sometimes the world suggests the former, and sometimes the world suggests the later. The best thing for one to do in life is to just live and play the cards they hold. The apparitions that have appeared seem to have stopped. I haven't seen a single one since I left the cave. Fantastic, I'm happy for you. But before we celebrate, I would like to examine your psyche once more. Will you allow me to evaluate your psyche once more? Fine, you might as well since I'm here. Now let us take a look at your connection with Deegan. Ah yes, it seems like the severed connection has been repaired. Anything that corrupted this connection with you have gone away. It seems like you two shared a special bond. It is unfortunate that it only lasted for a few moments. Nevertheless, I believe fixing your relationship with Deegan seems to have stabilized your mind. That regret you held no longer manifests itself as these apparitions. Well done, Kenneth. So I'm going to be okay. You're going to be okay, Kenneth. I see. Thank you, Kaya. I really appreciate everything you've done for us. I have done nothing. I have simply led you in the right direction. That is the role Arceus has bestowed upon me. Understood? Farewell, Kaya. What? No, this can't be happening again. Kenneth, what's wrong? Have you witnessed more apparitions? You said you would help me. You said this would all go away. I'm very sorry, but I only said it was a possibility. If you are still seeing apparitions, No, I can see Deegan standing with Talia and Nora. I'm tired of this. I can't take this anymore. Kenneth, please calm. I can't calm down. Can't you understand that? They haunt me constantly and they just won't leave me alone. Unhand me this instant. You were supposed to help me. You were supposed to help me. They're still here. They're still here. I can't take this anymore. Unhand me or I'll... Why are they here now, Deegan? If you wanted me to kill you so bad, then fine. I'll finally give you what you really wanted. Enough. Kenneth, you're a foolish man. You've done this to yourself. And so I fell, and eventually it all ended. That's what you would assume, correct? But this was only the beginning of my hell on Earth. Oh, my head. Oh good, you're awake finally. We can get through this nicely then. Where am I? I'm the one asking questions around here, so tell me, what's your name? Why do they always try that at the exact moment too? Anyway, like I said, I'm going to need a name from you quickly, please. It's Kenneth. Oh good, hello there, Kenneth. My name is Madalis. And now you know your name, Kenneth. Throw it out. It's not who you are anymore. Sorry for the pause there. From this point forward, you should just accept that and create a new name or something. Most of the grunts don't do it, but it's a common practice amongst us admins. Look, it's really easy. Just take my name for example. My name is two names mashed up into one. You could do the same thing or whatever. Kada. What's this supposed to be? It's supposed to be our names together. Kada. Kada? That's a stupid name, but fine. I'm also going to need a password. What will it be, Kada? Telenora. Dumb name and password? Yikes. Why are you asking me all this? Where am I? Who are you? Well, if you were listening before, you know my name. It's Madalis. As for where we are, we're at Team Zen headquarters. Sorry, I almost said HQ. Team Zen, I've never heard of that bunch. Well, that's because we only just formed over a month ago, and of course we formed in secrecy. We're not too into being seen. As for your or it doesn't even says as, sorry. Your Pokemon will be held in this compartment here. To retrieve them, all you must do is enter your name and then your password. You took my Pokemon. Of course I did. You tried to attack me the moment you woke up. Imagine if you actually had a brain and tried calling one of your Pokemon first. A battle in its office wouldn't be very fun. Let's just put it that way. I don't get any of this. What is going on here? Yes, you wouldn't get it right after you just awaken. It takes a while for your body to for your before your body is able to readjust itself. But think of it this way. I saved you from your fall of that ghastly mountain. Do you remember that? You took quite the fall. In exchange for saving your life, I'm going to ask you something in return. I've analyzed the geometric energy located in the mountain and it's quite high. High enough for me to go along with my secret project. And I want that mountain all for myself. It'll belong to Team Zen and only Team Zen. But that's not all I want. No, no, no. See here, at Team Zen, we are interested in a certain type of energy. An energy that is emitted at the time of one's birth and one's death. So they're interested in the reincarnation thing, I assume. Okay. The energy is far too weak at birth to do anything of use, but at death, there's something that can be that's something that could be quite useful. Once we're done with the mountain, I want the lives of everyone in your village. Are you insane? I'd never let that happen. I'd rather die than be swindled by you. So that Alita girl, that's your daughter, right? It'd be a real shame if something awful were to happen to her. Just stop. Just stop it. I'll do what you want, just don't hurt her, please. I can't take this anymore. Well, darn, that was easy. Didn't we have a deal? We have a deal. Great. Then I'll just go ahead and submit this paperwork. My coworker Anastasia said she'd take care of your means of transportation. Cause yeah, we're nowhere near Sheridan Village. Whenever you're ready, gather your things and head down to the lobby. It was nice doing business with you, Kata. Kenneth, Eldest, I want Alita to stay at your home from now on. What? You're kicking me out? Gather your stuff later and move to the eldest house. Staying home isn't the best decision, so please don't question me. Stand aside, Alita. Also, my name isn't Kenneth anymore, it's Kata. Remember that. Is that a Pokedex? There's only one page in this dex. It's of that Pokemon Behia. It uses psychic power to control an opponent's brain and tamper with its memories. What is this and what is it doing in my house? That sound came from the roof. Why am I not surprised that it's you who put that Pokedex there? I feel like you deserve an explanation. Could you meet me in the spot we first met? The place with the flower bed? You remember that one, right? I do. Good. Don't take too long, please. You've dragged me all the way out here, so what is it? What could you possibly explain to me? I'm already over everything. Well, I tried to give you a hint, but it seems like you still didn't get it, so... I feel like now that everything's over and done with, you deserve an explanation of everything that's happened to you in your life. I don't understand. How would you possibly know? Do you remember that dream you had? The one you experienced while snooping around the abandoned mansion? The dream What? How did you know about that? Now you still don't get it. Me knowing about it implies something. Anyway, to keep things short, that wasn't a dream, nor were you hallucinating. That vision you saw was a memory. A memory? How? How could a memory feel so vivid? If you were experiencing it first, as if you were experiencing it firsthand, sorry. Well, let me ask you a question first. Is what you remember really what happened, or do you just remember things going that way? It's like when you wake up from a vivid dream, sometimes as a result, you can't differentiate reality from fiction. Was what I experienced really a dream or was it a vision? Ever get the feeling of deja vu? You're making absolutely no sense. You're explaining things, but it makes things even more confusing. What I'm trying to say that what you saw wasn't reality, it was a lie. It was a lie. That's right, false, counterfeit, fake, and bogus. You never met Talia in a vision or a dream. That's impossible. She gave me. No, dummy. She didn't give you anything. I was the one who gave you the amulet. You just remember it happening differently because I tampered with your memory. Can you honestly explain to me how you felt during the whole phenomenon? It felt as if it felt as if reality warped around you, didn't it? It felt otherworldly but also real at the same time. That's the power my Behemoth has. It can change anyone's memory at will. I don't believe you. I made a promise to Talia on that day that I would find her. But you weren't thinking hard enough. During that vision, what did you encounter? What did I encounter? I encountered a Pokemon. I remember now, all the way back in Giron City, a Behemoth appeared before me. I thought it imprisoned Talia inside of the crystal, so I fought it. Sorry. But I don't understand. Why would you do that? Why would you go out of your way to fabricate that? Because I needed you, Kada. That's your new name now, right? I needed you to be the one to meet Talia and fall in love with her. You needed me to fall in love with Talia. Yeah, and it wouldn't have been possible without a little bit of direction. If I haven't fabricated that memory, you wouldn't have had any real incentive to find Sheridan Village. That fabricated memory was the catalyst that started the long chain of events that I needed to transpire. Without it, you probably would have stayed in Giron and fell in love with Tesla or something. And to think that was all thrown away for love based on a lie. Is it even love at that point? I wonder. That doesn't explain why me falling in love with Talia would be so important to you. The only thing that can change this world is love. Do you remember your time with Talia down in Amos dungeons? Nimra told you that she would only allow those possessing pure heart and love to pass her test. I needed your love to open that door and transform the area into Amos Grotto. And just because someone meets Nimra's requirements doesn't mean they'll pass. But Talia is sort of a wild card. She possesses the soul of one of the 4 creators of that place. No matter what Talia was like, Nimra would have accepted her. But there's no way she could have passed it on her own. She needed you to help her guide and ally, whatever it said. Well then, you got what you wanted. Talia and I opened the door to Amos Grotto, but she sealed it with Vivian's amulet and made it so only those of pure heart could enter. So even after all this, there's no way you'd be able to enter it. That's quite alright with me. I don't need to be the one to enter. As long as it's open, it's all for the taking. But it didn't end there, did it? Huh? After we opened the door, things didn't get better. They got worse. Talia started to have episodes where she claimed one thing, but evidence showed otherwise. Finally, starting to piece things together. Yeah, that was my Behemoth too. Sorry about that. After you completed your first purpose, there was no need for you to be in love with Talia anymore. She was destined to die, so I thought I would lessen the blow if I made you resent her. That's why I messed with her memory to make her experience things that weren't real. I thought if I made her unstable and violent, you and Nora would leave her or something. That didn't really happen though. Your relationship definitely suffered, but you two were stubborn. Eventually she was killed by you. She was killed by you. Oh no, I think you misunderstand. The killer and I have no affiliation. Wait. Piss. Piss on me. Wait. No. Yes. Stop being stupid. Backtracking. Okay. Sorry for the pause. That means what I said before about the third guy, the third companion before Crescent killed him off, is not the third guy then. I totally forgot about that. So it can't be him. Because if they have no affiliation, then I don't know if she's lying. I don't know, but why would she lie? She wouldn't have a reason to lie. It can't be Madam X, for example, because again, like she's affiliated with Madam X, like her and Kieran. Um, again, like I said before, I don't think they're working for Team Zen, but I believe their goals do align, so they have a mutual benefit towards one another. I believe that's what that all is, but then again, the $1,000,000 question: who's the guy in the cloak? Like, is it Indrid? Maybe? Maybe just another character that hasn't been known yet? It's all still confusing, but it's also based off if she's telling the truth or not, which I don't think she's lying. I don't see why she would lie. I don't know. Anyways, we had similar goals, but there was no collaboration. Okay, wait a minute. So it could have been Madam X then. Like I said before, like I don't think they work for Madam X, but I think they have a mutual benefit, and it explains the Velto and all, so maybe Indra, but it could have been them because those three were working together, but then if I'm not mistaken, Crescent killed off the first guy, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot his name, but okay, so it can't be them then. And rightfully so, he couldn't even get his own target correct. What do you mean he killed Talia and Nora? True, but they deleted the wrong soul. What? When you found Talia and Nora in the burning house, what did you find? You found Talia with a stab wound and Nora who is completely encased in stone. If you killed Talia, she'd only reincarnate, so why would he go after Nora? Why did the killer demand that you kill Talia? If you remember correctly, they never specified who to kill. They just referred to her as the Maiden of Reincarnation. It's because they didn't know who it was. That's why they told me to do it. The only ones who knew were Stella and I was the best candidate out of the two. And upon her death, Talia would reincarnate and reveal herself. Exactly. And when you wouldn't kill her, the killer ran out of possible candidates to attack, so they just planned a full-on assault on Sheridan Village. But in the end, they got the wrong one anyways and obliterated Nora's soul. So really, the only real death here was Nora's. There's no way she even made it to heaven. You need a soul for that, right? Moments after Talia's death, Alita was born into the world. Upon opening up Amos Grotto, Alita's birth was the ultimate goal. Her birth is necessary for even greater things that would soon become apparent. After that, you had no role in any of this anymore. You were useless and led a sad existence. And what was meant to be our final interaction led into events that I didn't exactly plan. Since you had nothing else to really live for, I gave you a little parting gift. You gave me a parting gift. Over the course of your journey, you received many parting gifts from a variety of people. I thought it was only fitting if I did the same as well. Remember these apparitions. Your mind didn't create those, I inserted them into your memory. I've tampered with your memory so much that it couldn't process what was real and what wasn't. And that's why Kaya couldn't find anything wrong with me. It's because there was nothing wrong with me in the first place. Yeah, I thought seeing those apparitions of Talia and Nora would lead to you to end your own life. That didn't happen though, so I went to the next best thing. Deegan. Yep, and it was pretty easy to convince him, so there wasn't any problem there. It's kind of ironic that he was the one who ended up dying. But then the apparition stopped for a long time. That was a part of my final plan. I wanted you to feel hope that you were becoming better, and in that hope, you would fall into despair realizing you weren't better. It almost worked. You went crazy and tried to kill Kaya, and she sent you flying off the mountain. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a flower behind Deegan. At first I'm like, wait, what is he doing? Never mind, sorry. And anyways, that would have definitely ended your lifespan, but Team Zen had to be annoying. Which leads us to where we are now, Kenneth. I've already overextended my time being here playing around with you, and believe me when I say that this will be our final encounter. You were a fantastic subject through and through. It was an honor working with you. Subject? That's all I was to you, huh? You've tampered with my life to the point where it wasn't even ever my own. You set me up to fail. I've lost so many loved ones, only because I was some sort of experiment or project. And then once you had your way, you tried to dispose of everything. Yeah, that sounds about right. But even if I did deceive you, the information to realize what was going on was all there. In fact, you realized it at the very beginning, remember? All of this, I did not mean to skip that. You realized what was going on really was what was going on really was weird, and only verbally expressed this. I gotta say, this may be pretty nervous. That's why I had to give you the amulet to solidify this truth. Wait. Okay, I didn't even skip that. I didn't even press anything. I guess it just may do that. I'm sorry. But even then, Taylor expressed to you many times that she didn't know who you were, so I think you questioned it like once and that was it. That's just how things go, though. Please understand that this wasn't at all personal. None of what I did was to attack you directly, really. It could have been anyone, but it just happened to be you. Everyone will get their bad ending one way or another, and if it makes you feel any better, I'm not exempt from that either. One day, my sins will catch up with me, and I too will have a bad ending. But like I said, it really was a pleasure to work with you, even if it was only one-sided. Goodbye, Kata. Your life was a worthy sacrifice for the progression of our plans. I don't know, dude. It's kind of crazy to think about, honestly. Alright, anyways, you have a lot of nerve to show your face around here. I apologize for what I did before. I didn't mean to attack you. I was tricked by my own mind, but that's my fault. I should have realized. I see. If that's the case, there's something I need from you. A final favor. And that would be, you have the power to see people's connections and emotions, correct? Would it be possible to numb my mind? I don't wish to feel anything anymore. It's certainly possible, but why would you do such a thing? Everything. Life's just too difficult for me. I don't want to care about anything anymore. They're just hindering me. I can certainly do it though. I don't know what kind of effects it may have on you. Even with this done, however, you will still feel a tiny amount. No one can run from what's inside their hearts. I'm fine with this. Please do it. Very well. Please stand still. It is done. The form you see before you is a manifestation of your soul and emotion. As long as you two are separate, then... What have you done? I sent it somewhere he'll be locked away. If I ever need my emotions and soul again, I'll just re-emerge with them. Not that I ever will. I have no need for such baggage. Thank you, Kaya, for your efforts. Your efforts are greatly appreciated, sorry. Kenneth. It's Kata, not Kenneth. I'll be taking my leave now. This will be the last time we'll see each other, I'm sure. And it was from that moment on that Kata isolated himself completely from the village. He no longer cared about running what Talia started. In fact, he seemed like he didn't care about anything at all, and because of that, there were consequences. The village was unkept and abandoned. That I didn't skip, sorry. At no point in living in a place with no leader, the man they looked up to no longer existed, and that was that. His last few remaining followers stayed in anticipation of his return. But a broken man is a broken man. One can be repaired, but it takes a lot of work and love, though Kata rejected both by isolating himself. So he truly never got better and died to the hands of Team Zen, as you know. The final words that rang in his ears were probably the final words from Talia, the words that cut deep, words that broke the man in the first place, and all just ends. No, that's wrong. What's wrong? It's just that That's not how I remember things going. Kenneth said that Talia blamed him for her and Nora's death, but that's wrong. That's not what happened. What? Back when I was in my rift, Talia shared a memory with me. It was a memory of that night, a memory of who or how she thought back and lost. And she didn't blame Kenneth, not at all. This is how it really went. Alright, sorry for the pause there. Talia, Nora, I'm sorry, Kenneth, but I couldn't protect her. Talia, oh god, it's gonna be okay. I'll get you out of here. No, it's too late. I'm not going to make it. Talia, don't say that. I can still save you. Kenneth, I want you to listen to me. I don't want you to blame yourself for any of this. You understand me? This wasn't your fault. It wasn't anyone's fault. And even though my life came to such a horrid and sudden end, the years you gave me were the best years I've ever had. Even with an even with an ending like this, I would never go back and change anything. I have no regrets. And I'm so glad you found me when you did. So even when I'm gone, I want you to keep smiling, okay? Smile for me that doesn't get for the me that doesn't get to grow old with you. Smile for the me that gets to see the world through new eyes. Will you promise me that? Talia, I promise you with everything I have. I'm glad. Goodbye, my love. It's been really fun. I love you. Alright, sorry for the pause there. Talia loved Kenneth with all her heart, even in the end. I don't know why Kenneth thought any differently, but... Sella, are you okay? Why are you crying? Oh dear. These aren't tears of sadness, they are tears of joy. I'm so happy that even in her final moments, she was happy. I see. But this leads me to believe that there are more truths to be found within my own memory. Vivian spoke to me and told me that I needed to go to the spring of purification, preservation, and rejuvenation to regain all of our memories. She said that once I've regained all my memories that everything would become clear, and that I would remember the secret of Amos Grotto. So that's why I'm leaving. Leaving? Throughout my entire journey, I thought I never had a purpose in life. I was just aimlessly existing until the title of sensei would be passed down to me. But now I realize that I have greater things in store for me, which means I need to get stronger and grow myself. So I'm going on a journey to regain my memories and retake back what belongs to Kenneth and Talia. You mean you're going back? That's right, I'm going back to Sheridan to take back what Texan stole. I'm going to take back my village and everything with Team Zen when everything is after everything with Team Zen is over and done with. I will take what Kenneth and Talia left for me and make Sheridan the best it ever was. Let me go with you, Alita. No, this is a journey I'll have to take on my own. In fact, the only Pokemon I'm bringing with me is the very same Halucha Kenneth gave me. I guess an old bag like me would just slow you down anyways. Then you go, Alita. You're strong. I know you can do it. Thank you, Sella. I'll make you proud. And that is the true ending. Alright, so now we are pretty much back here, right? I probably didn't pause in time, so y'all probably like saw the code then. So I guess it doesn't really matter, but yeah, pretty much once you beat the game, it kind of just repeats this if you want to, you know, like read this if you want. So yeah. So overall, I really love this side game. I know there's a few things here and there. And honestly, it's with any Pokemon fan game that I get into, you know, like there's some stuff like I have to kind of be like, like it could have been done this way and it would have been simpler. But again, that's just not what the story intended, and it's fine. And that's just me being an idiot. So please, whenever I get into stuff like that, just ignore me. It's just me being stupid. Anyways, besides all that though, like as I said at the very beginning of the Let's Play, this is one of those games that I think everybody should play. Ignore the bugs and all that. The story with this is absolutely amazing. And as it doesn't really get into like a lot of like, I guess, answer stuff with Rejuvenation, it still gives you a lot of pieces on why Kenneth is the person he is, more about Talia, a little bit about Amos Grotto, and all that. So, like, it still gives you information, but it still raises some questions that, even in version 13, have not been answered, honestly. I mean, slightly answered, but not 100% answered, if that's fair enough. So, yeah. I'm probably not gonna get into many theories this episode because I don't have many for this. Like, I mean, I could talk about Amos Grotto, but again, it's like that's kind of already been said, and there's just not a lot given. So even if I went on a tangent about it, it's just throwing mud at a wall and just seeing if it sticks or not. You know, like it just until I get more information, I can't really piece much together. With the whole companion thing with her, I don't know if it was the one guy with her saying like we weren't really together. That means that it probably wasn't a third guy, so it may have been Madam X, maybe Indrid, maybe just another character that she just had some mutual benefit with that wanted it done that hasn't been introduced yet. I don't know, but we'll just have to find out in the future, and I'm sure we will. But still, this is just one of those games, even with version 13, that when you get one answer, a million questions just appear. So yeah, I don't have a lot of theories. I don't have a lot to say beside um if you have not played this game, I would very much advise you play it on your own if you wish to do so. It is a very good game. I love it a lot, and hopefully in the future with like side quests and stuff like that. I don't expect them to do a separate game on another character, but I really hope they do more side quests on certain characters just to get to know them more. Because I that's what I really love about this game is like the interaction with characters is just it feels alive. It feels refreshing, you know, like this is stuff that like I complain about like official Pokemon games. Like the entire point of a Pokemon game is starter, rival, gyms, evil team, elite four, champion, you're done. And there's almost no story in between. Like, sure, like, there's like just a tiny bit, you know, kind of here and there, but like, or like here and there, sorry, but like, with Rejuvenation, with Reborn, with Desolation, we could put Impreen in there. I'm not the world's biggest fan of Insurgents. It's not a bad game, but it's not really my favorite. We could put that in the equation too. I don't know. Dark Rising was kind of a fun series. I like to play that too, and there's probably a few family games that I played that I just don't remember. Some of them more story driven than others. Of course, I would say again for top three, I would say Reborn, Desolation, and Rejuvenation. Especially Rejuvenation, I would say are like the top three on more story driven stuff. But I think Rejuvenation just outbeats Reborn and Desolation on just character development, interaction, side quests, stuff like that. Like there's just more to be done with it. There's more you know, exploration with certain characters, getting to know them more than the other two. Even though I still love Reborn way more than Rejuvenation, but still, like Rejuvenation, it's my second favorite family game, and this is one of the many reasons why I just love games like this. You know, like I love story driven games. I just I don't know, I feel like I'm being repetitive at this point. It's just like I said, like I wish Pokemon would honestly just like take notes from these guys, honestly, because I've said it a million times, you know, not really in a Let's Play, but if Pokemon did something, said, you know what, Jane Zumi, we're gonna make this like official, like you're hired, whatever, or however they work it out, and we're gonna make Reborn, Rejuvenation like an official Pokemon game. Like you could do like full control. You do whatever you want. your price, whatever. Like it's you own the ship under us. Now, of course, I probably would not like that one bit, simply because I'm not a big fan of Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. Um, I guess with some of the things they do, because no matter what, they kind of forbid people from doing this and throw the ban hammer from time to time on people creating stuff like this, which stupid as hell. I think it's beyond stupid, but that's just what they do. Can't do anything about it. But these are games, pretty much what I'm getting at. I would pay $40 each. I would pay 50. You know what? I pay $100 each for these games all day long over any future Pokemon game that the Pokemon Company does, because it's the same repetitive thing. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but after a while there's no depth, there's no story. There's just it's the same thing. And of course that's really hypocritical on my part, and I'll own it because I am beyond repetitive. But I don't know, like with a game like that, like I don't hate Pokemon. Like in the future, I'll play through official games. Like I don't mind playing them for just battling trainers and all that. Like it's fun from that aspect, from like that aspect and all that. But like if I want to go to a story-driven game, Pokemon Emerald is the last game I'm gonna pick up. It's not a bad game, but Rejuvenation 100 million% is battle is sorry, not battle. It is better story wise, character wise. It is better challenging wise, and that's another thing too. What I love about these games, it's actually challenging. It's not easy. Like you need a certain skill set before getting into these types of games. Like I have commenters that comment it takes me so many tries, and I know when I go through the intense mode, I'm probably gonna go through the same hell that they're going through. But a lot of players, like when they get into these games, they just don't expect that difficulty at all. They get really stumped, they get frustrated, and I've been there when I first played Reborn. I played through Pokemon all my life, and I thought Reborn, it's gonna be easy. The first time I played through it, it was absolute hell. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Like, I'll never forget it. It was the moment, through all my frustration, was the moment that I never found a better fan-made game than Reborn because of that. I fell in love with it because I got mad at it. And I know it sounds stupid, but I finally found a fan-made game that's actually hard. Now, after a while, playing it a second time, I got the hang of it. I knew all the bull that was with that game. And ever since I started playing it, it's pretty easy now, honestly. I don't want to say totally easy, but pretty much I know exactly what needs to be done to get past it fairly easily, without too many hiccups on the road. But that's why Reborn is my favorite game. It's because it's the first Pokemon game or first fan-made game that actually got me mad and frustrated and took me hours to beat a gym leader. And that was years ago. So that's why I put Reborn, and even Reborn, or sorry, even Rejuvenation, even let's just put Desolation. I put those three on a pedestal because it's story wise, it has a challenge, it has character development, something that official Pokemon games just don't have. And even this, like Jane literally went above and beyond and said, you know what, we're gonna do a side game for Kenneth's life. We're gonna go more into the story of Kenneth, and it's just so cool. And that's just something I feel like people just want Pokemon to be. Not like Rejuvenation, but like I want some life. I want something different. Like I don't want the same thing. I don't want the laziness. I want actual effort. But unfortunately, as long as Pokemon is selling millions of copies, they don't ever have to put effort into any game until the day that sales honestly like tanks. Until that day arrives, they don't have to put much. And I'm not trying to say they don't put effort. I'm sure they put a lot of effort into it, but like I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of being unfair in a sense, but I feel like I'm not too wrong either. I don't know. I have to think about it. I'm sorry for going on that tangent, but like, I don't know. Like, if official Pokemon games were not necessarily this story driven, but like had some sort of story, you know, I'd be happy. I'd be very happy with Pokemon, but it's just not that, and that's why I want to stick with fan made games more than like official games and stuff like that. And this is one of the reasons why I appreciate games like this so much. Like, I think a lot of people do, and also at the same time don't understand. But like the guys that put effort into these games, they put so many days, hours, months into this. It is insane what they do. And again, like I said on version 13, like thanks so much for putting the effort into this. Like this is easily one of my favorite games of all time. It is just insane the effort. It's insane the story, and I just hope it continues on, and I'm sure it will. But I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens, but I have faith they'll finish it, years down the road, and I hope to be there when it all continues and ends. So, yeah. Okay, so anyways, enough of me ranting. I kind of went a little bit off track a little bit, I guess, but that's just kind of how I feel overall. I love this game so much. I love the effort that they put into this, and I hope with version 13.5 they honestly continue to do more side quests. I feel like what I said before, I could have worded it better, but I think some of you may get the point, but who knows, who knows. Anyways, this is the end of our Pokemon Rejuvenation Where Love Let's Play, or Where Love Lies Let's Play, sorry. Sorry about that. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and real quick, I want to talk about our next few Let's Plays. I brought it up a few times, so let's get into it, what I have in store for you guys. Alright, Cringe Lord 97 here with our new Cringe Dumb Let's Plays, as I would like to call it. We are going to start off our next Let's Play with Pokemon Soulstone, and we are also going to play Pokemon Rejuvenation version 13, Intense Mode, no items. I gave in. I just want to say to a few commenters, commenters, sorry. I dislike you a lot. I really do. Jokes aside, some of you guys talking about that you guys were doing the no item thing, it just made me feel like I'm being such a baby about it. Like, if I'm gonna put myself through hell, just go all in. Just screw the items. Like, I dislike myself and I hate myself so much. And I know it's a bad habit, but I haven't gotten out of it yet. One day I will. Maybe tomorrow, who knows. But I hate myself so much that I'm just gonna torture myself with this. I know version 13 is extremely hard, way harder than version 12 Intense Mode by a long shot. But because of you guys and me kind of being a little, I'm not super competitive, but I gotta do it. I'm sorry. I have to do it. I have to do it. I gotta go all in. Because I know if I do intense mode, one day I'm just gonna be like, I have to do this on no items. Like, I have to be able to say I did it. I don't know why that's my mindset, but it's like, I gotta do it. I know I can do it. I guess to be fair, in some cases in life, when I know I just cannot do it, I'm not even gonna try it. But this is one of those things that it's like, I'm gonna be a little bit competitive about it. I think I can do it, and I want to do it. I still hate you guys for like commenting about it and all that, because yeah, but jokes aside, I don't hate you all. I love y'all. I appreciate it, but I think you get the joke. It's gonna suck overall. But yeah. I'll end the video off here. Jokes aside, again, don't hate you at all. Again, I love you all, I really do. Just joking around, But next Let's Plays, Pokemon Soulstone is going to be our next Let's Play uploaded, and then we're also going to go kind of back and forth with Intense Mode, Soulstone, Intense Mode, Soulstone. I think that's a good idea, because if I ever get just pissed off at Intense Mode, no items, we'll just switch into Soulstone for a little bit, take a breather, and kind of just go back and forth. I think it balances itself out, hopefully. We'll see what happens though. Um, thanks so much for watching. Love you all. Definitely do appreciate it. Thanks for allowing me to get, or allowing the channel to get a little bit over 200 subscribers. I think we're at 203, 206, something like that. Thanks so much for that. I think I don't like putting like milestones stuff like that, but I guess the next pit stop would be what, 500 or maybe 250. Who knows? But if we can get there soon, that'd be very appreciated. But again, it's more of a fun thing for me. It is honestly up to you. You don't have to, but if you wish to do so, it'd be kind of cool if we can get around 250 to 500 next, and then we'll just see if this somehow takes off or not. We'll just have to see. Doubt it because I'm stupid, I suck, I'm repetitive, and I'm boring as hell. But I wouldn't change me at all. I wouldn't change me at all. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Definitely do appreciate it. Love you all. And I'll see you in our next Let's Play. Good morning.